Welcome back to Albert's adventure. I hope you're enjoying the story thus far. When we last left off, Albert had made some major progress on his adventure. He slayed the giant skull known as Skeletron and unlocked access to the riches found within the dungeon. Albert also built 2 mob farms, one in the underground desert and one in the underground ice biome. Albert hunted down some aquatic creatures during a blood moon, in search of a new staff that would summon deadly vampire frogs. After receiving this weapon, Albert was only one more staff away from completing his pre-hard mode collection. Albert was on the verge of entering hard mode. The wall of flesh was in his sights. With only one more item left on Albert's list, he knew he'd have to enter hard mode soon. But before he would take on the wall of flesh, he wanted to travel to a different world in search of another grotesque creature, the Brain of Cthulhu. Since Albert's world was home to corruption, he had to travel to another world which was home of the Crimson. He quickly found the Crimson Caves and ventured deep within. He began taking out the hearts in order to summon the brain. Albert made quick work of the brain and returned home with the loot. The Brain of Confusion would be a very useful accessory for Albert because, as a summoner, his defense is rather low. The brain would give Albert a chance to dodge attacks altogether. With that out of the way, Albert began preparing an arena in the jungle for Plantera and an area for Plantera bulbs to spawn. Now it was time for Albert to farm for the last item on his list, which was the slime staff. Unfortunately, the slime staff doesn't have the best chances of dropping, so this was going to take a long time. Except for the fact that earlier in his adventure, while exploring deep within the jungle, Albert had stumbled upon a slime statue. Now all he had to do was wait. Albert had received the last item he needed, the slime staff. His first list was complete, which means he can move on to the next one, hard mode. Now, this list has a few more items to get. Albert wasn't quite ready to enter hard mode. He wanted to transform his base into something a little more fashionable. Albert also built some houses next to the ocean. Hopefully this ship doesn't attract pirates. Alright, now Albert was ready to take the plunge into hard mode. The only thing in his way was the wall of flesh, so he began preparing for battle. Instead of farming voodoo dolls, Albert built a guide house nice and close to the lava for easy summoning. It was time for battle. Albert had almost defeated the wall in his first try. He knew he could take it down. That attempt was even closer, but still wasn't good enough. So Albert looked for a gear upgrade that would help finish the wall off. He headed to the jungle to talk to the witch doctor, who was selling a pygmy necklace which could increase his minion count by 1. With his new necklace, he was ready. Albert had defeated the wall of flesh, launching his world into hard mode. He was equipped with full obsidian armor, menacing frostspark boots, a pygmy necklace, menacing apprentice scarf, warding worm scarf, warding feral claws, and a warding shield of Cthulhu. Albert received the demon heart, which unlocked an extra accessory slot. And he also got a ranger's emblem, which wasn't exactly helpful, so he took the emblem to the shimmer pool and threw it in, converting it into the mage emblem. He repeated the process until he got the summoner emblem, which increased his damage by 15%. Now that he was in hard mode, Albert had to move quickly. He headed to the ice mob farm to gather some materials for his first gear upgrade. He placed the infested spider walls in the farm, allowing black recluses to spawn. Now all he had to do was wait. He collected a lot of spider fangs. Albert crafted his first hard mode summon weapon, the spider staff, and his first hard mode sentry, the spider queen staff. He also crafted spider armor. Well, that's all I have in me for today. We'll continue this story another time. I'll see you later.